Hello everyone, I'm Rishoto and welcome to the top 10 forgotten My Little Pony characters. For this list, I'll be talking about characters who have not appeared or ever mentioned on the show in a long time, whether they only got introduced to us once or just never been seen again in the new episodes and throughout the series. This list will include background characters and even supportive characters that were part of the episode's plot. Some of these characters you might have heard of or never knew existed. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You'll never know what I'll post next. Now with that out of the way, let's begin, in no particular order. Number 10, Diamond Tiara. Now who remembers this character? Diamond Tiara is one of the youngest characters who go to the same school with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, initially as the school bully. She first appeared in the episode Call the Cutie, and well, I'm not saying she hasn't appeared in the show since then. She still makes quite a few cameos in the last recent episodes of Season 9. However, this makes her more of a background character. It's funny because she was so hated by fans and she has become underrated now that the show focuses on other important things. So for that reason, I put Diamond Tiara on the spot on the list because I feel like nobody cares about her. And now that the Cutie Mark Crusaders don't have to listen to her shaming on them. Number 9, Tree Hugger. Did anybody knew this character exists? Tree Hugger first appeared in the episode Make New Friends But Keep Discord. And that's it. I mean, she might have made some small cameos. Well, I'm not so sure. But if you don't know, Fluttershy took Tree Hugger to the gala, and do I think that was a good idea? Probably for the best, just to keep Discord out of the party, but at the same time, it's like Hasbro completely forgot about Tree Hugger. They just left her to die. She might not be coming back, so for that reason, I put her on the spot on the list, and please put your hooves down. I will confirm Tree Hugger is more underrated than Diamond Tiara. Number 8, Little Strongheart. You know that young buffalo from the episode Over a Barrel during the train heist? No? Just me? Well, she only had a few speaking roles, but she never appeared again ever since. I guess you could say she isn't that important, and it's like Hasbro forgot about this character completely. I mean, there probably is rare fan art on this character. However, since she's not a fan favorite, I put her in this list because she's so underrated. I can't be the only one who thinks that. Number 7, Blue Blood. Does anyone recognize this character, or is it just me? Okay, if you remember from Season 1 episode Best Night Ever, Prince Blue Blood makes an appearance, but what's interesting is that Rarity falls in love with this character. It's funny because we never got to see this character so often. Once again, another pony with less speaking roles and a small amount of cameos. Aside from that, he resides in Canterlot as Princess Celestia's great-great-nephew. But in the end, just another non-important character of the show, but you'd be surprised if he was. Number 6, Gabby the Griffin. Now Gabby, or Gabriella, is a member of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Yes, you heard me. Gabby was one of the first creatures to find their purpose in life. The reason why I think she's underrated is because she only appeared in the episode The Fault in Our Cutie Marks, and later on in future episodes, unless they mention her. I'm not gonna lie, but Gabby kinda reminds me of a friend I had way back in middle school. Although the name is different, I haven't seen him since our promotion. I feel the same way with Gabby though. I had these dreams where I see my old friends, even though I have not seen them for a very long time, but I still have memory of them. If you think about it, Gabby is definitely a forgotten character. Well, maybe not in your minds, though. Number 5, Professor Flintheart. Now, has anybody heard of this character? Alright, well, let me explain. Professor Flintheart is a new pony we see in the episode A Heartwarming Tale, where Twilight tells a story to Starlight. While the story portrays Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, Flintheart appears as a teacher to Snowfall, aka Starlight, who tells her how heartwarming is a waste of time. Instead, he convinces her to study magic and understand its nature. This is the only scene we see Professor Flintheart, which would be cool to see this character more often, but the thing is, he was only a guest character during this time. The end. Number 4, Coloratura. Also known as Rara because AJ used to call her that when they went to camp together. Aside from that, Rara takes the name Countess Coloratura, who now takes the role as a vocalist. If you don't remember, she was in the episode the main attraction, and sang like 2 songs. I remember people used to make fan art on Rara. I mean, fans probably still do. I feel like everyone's starting to lose interest on her. Rather, it used to be a fan favorite, but I would believe she is still memorable character and such. Number 3, Brayburn. Okay, I had to pick Brayburn because he's so underrated. He first appeared in the episode Over a Barrel from season 1 up to season 5 and never been seen again. He kind of reminds me of Tex from Generation 1, but I prefer him over Brayburn. To be honest, I don't have anything to say about Brayburn. I feel like I kind of forgot about him myself. I think he's more of a supportive character. He was important at one point, and perhaps he might make a return, I heard, but I could be wrong. Number 2, Zecora. Bridal Gossip is the first time we see Zecora, and later in future episodes, up to season 6 or 7 I believe is when we last saw her. She was definitely one mysterious character. In fact, she helped Twilight Sparkle and her friends, or rather used to. I mean, did something happen to her? I'm not saying she did, but I also think the show mainly focuses on other characters now, and most of the time, Twilight gets help from somebody else realizing that her friends are more important than anything, not to forget about her family and students. And number 1, Stygian, formerly known as Pony of Shadows, and was the antagonist for the season 7 finale Shadow Play Part 1 and Part 2. I know this character was recently new, but that was about a year ago from now. I'm not saying he's underrated, it's just that he only appeared once. So what the heck happened to him? It's safe to say he probably moved on and started his own life, making new friends or whatnot, but why haven't we heard from him? I can't be certain if he'll be returning anytime soon, but guess we'll have to see. I do have one honorable mention, and that I had to pick Angel Wings for this. Not to be confused with Angel the Bunny, but out of all the characters I mentioned on this list, Angel Wings is apparently not canon. Technically, she was a made-up character. Yep, this wasn't made by the creators, this was created by a fan. This is probably not the first time Hasbro has done this. However, Angel Wings was the only character I discovered that has an interesting biography. I'm not going to read the whole story, but basically the creator, Alexis, has a congenital heart disease and connective tissue disorder, hence the cutie mark. She was able to voice her own character through a Make-A-Wish Foundation. And for that reason, I just had to mention Angel so we aren't forgetting Alexis to pay her respect. Or I'm guessing she's fine now, I don't know. So that's all I gotta say for now. Don't forget to rate the video and subscribe for more. Another side note, please turn on notifications. Apparently YouTube is not sending notifications to my subscribers. That way you're not missing out on what we're discussing. That is all. Thanks for watching. I'm Rishoto, and as always, I'll see you guys later. Peace.